It's for, I think her name was Gemma Morrison, nerdy white girl I met on the Greyhound going back home. She has some great stuff. She told me she was 17 years old when she started taking walks with her mother. Hand in hand, she realized how her hands felt like summer afternoons in the middle of winter, and the back of her mother's hand used to be an object of fear for her, but now she has seen enough of her mother's weather to know her like the back of her hand, whether it's her grip losing its strength and her booming voice becoming calm, or that storm that still plays out behind her eyes. She never understood why her mother would always surprise her and then all of a sudden throw a jacket and some shoes and say, "Get up, kid, I got some shit to show you." She had this gift of being restless. She said her mother could never stay still. She always gave her a reason to go out and get lost. It used to be just around the apartment building, then down the street, then the neighborhood. It became a ritual, their own little path towards divinity. She was getting ready for something. Her father would always give them a bittersweet look on their way out. "Baby, your mother has a way of pulling the floor up from underneath you sometimes. Just go with it." At night, she said, her mother would look up at the moon and it would make her gray eyes so silver, and she would explain the rain to her like it was something romantic. She felt courageous in a storm. She knew the stars as if she was one of the ancestors of the Titans who shed tears upon a black void to crawl his way out like she was a force of nature. She knew the stars like the back of her hand. She taught her first the Greek constellations and the stories that made them immortal, and she fell in love with those stories. She said her mother's favorite constellation was the Archer, Sagittarius. A few nights after she was born, her mother took her out to go look for him. 20 years old, she's on the Greyhound going back home to visit. She says the last time she was there, she found her mother sitting silently at her desk. She found herself being the one throwing a jacket and some shoes at her, saying, "Let's go for a walk, Mom." Her mom says, "Yeah, I need to get lost." She takes a look at her father. Her father takes a look at his watch. Then he looks at the calendar, and again, that bittersweet look upon his face. They walk for a little, and the moon starts to shine in her weak gaze. Her mother asks, "Where is Sagittarius?" "Never mind, I'm getting tired, let's go home." A couple of nights later, they walk again, this time down to the music park, where there is an outside stage. She asks again where the Archer is. She searches. Her mother takes a brief respite and sits down on a bench. She says she was close, that she could feel the Archer, that she could hear him suddenly pull back his bow, and right before she was about to point out, she says, "Cancer." No, Sagittarius is right there, Mom. He's right there, like over the hills. She's laughing, and her mother looks at her confused. Her mother gets up, the moon still in her eyes, with a smile. Her mom goes, "No, baby, I have cancer." Me, your mom. The next time they walked together, she walked her into a hospital. And soon after, her mom grabs her hand, but she can't hold the grip. Her mom stares out the window looking for something, and she asks if she's looking for the Archer, but her mom, with a sense of humor, says, "Nah, it's Chinese New Year, right? I'm looking for a monkey." She wanted to hold her mom's hand at the funeral, but all she could do was hold a cold stainless steel chrome-plated bar that pallbearers are privileged to hold, and she said it felt nothing like a summer afternoon.